about Disney Plus's Echo. The brand new Disney Plus show set in the MCU is actually the first TVMA show after Daredevil and Punisher and all that stuff by Disney Plus officially in the Marvel spotlight, focusing more on people from the MCU into the street level superheroes. I've been very curious about the show for numerous reasons. One, because I did like Maya in Hawkeye. Like, she wasn't my favorite thing in the whole show, but she intrigued me enough to maybe go watch her own show. And two, because of Kingpin and Daredevil. I think that really does bring in your element of wanting to watch this because you want to see Charlie Cox and also Vincent D'Onofrio come back as both Matt Murdock and Kingpin. And honestly, it was very heavy in the advertisements, like holy shit. And also see what Disney Plus can do with that R rating finally, because we've been all curious about it because, you know, we know that the Daredevil show is coming back and it is going to be TVMA with longer episodes. So I was wondering what that could mean and see where they could take it. These are my thoughts. I think the person who plays Maya is honestly a fantastic actress. I know a lot of people saying she has a very blank expression, but to be honest, I feel like I can sense a lot of what she was saying, not just her sign language, but with a little bit of her facial expressions. And I think everybody in the show is an amazing actor. Like, everybody had such good chemistry and were very engaging throughout the conversation. That's the one thing I think the show really got an advantage for, was that with that sign language, is because it makes so many conversations very engaging, and I think it works. I think the best actors on the show were definitely Vincent D'Onofrio, the guy who plays her dad, and the guy who plays her like uncle slash I can't remember what his name was. I think all of them were so good in every single conversation they had with each other. And again, same with the actress who played Maya. I think she did a good job. I really do. The action, I think, is the biggest highlight of this show, especially one action sequence that takes place in a sort of skate rink area. I think it was really fun and it was shot really nicely. I really like some of the action sequences in the show. Sometimes some of them felt a little choppy and a little disconnected. I did like the Daredevil fight. There were some times where I could tell it was very fake. At the same time, I think they did it very well. Now, I will say Daredevil is only in the first episode for 6 minutes. Some people are going to hate that. Some people are going to love that. It doesn't matter. At the same time, this is not a Daredevil show. It's a show about Echo. For the time that Charlie Cox was in the show, he did a great job. He literally did. Same with Kingpin, not in the show as much as you think. We will get into that, actually, how it's going. Like, everybody who had the short amount of time in there did a pretty good job. I really do think this show needed that TVMA rating, or else it would not work. Nowhere near as messy or gory or anything like that as the Daredevil shows are. It's just, it honestly looks PG-13 compared to Daredevil and Punisher. And I actually really like the setting of the show in Iowa. I think it looks very well done. I think this is one of the best shot Disney Plus shows. It actually looks like it has cinematography, and I really like some of the back and forth sequences, especially when they use like some noir aspects. I actually really enjoyed that. Now let's get into these negatives, because holy fuck. I do apologize for the rest of this video is going to be negatives. My biggest complaint is her power. It makes no fucking sense. Why does she have powers connected to her tribe, ancestors, when it should just be her powers from the comic books where she can copy people's moves, kind of like Taskmaster? I think that is way more interesting, because anytime we go back to the history of the tribe and everything like that, it just didn't work. It cuts back weird, very weird, and you can tell they only had to do that because it wouldn't make sense for this very rushed final. We will get into that, but man, it was just so choppy. Like, it didn't belong in there a lot. And I'm not trying to be one of those like racist people who are saying like, yeah, I don't like seeing that type of shit. No, I mean that in a storytelling perspective. It just did not work at all, in my opinion. Maya is not that much of an engaging protagonist. She comes off as a royal bitch most of the time. It sucks because I really like the actress. I think she does a great job. With her being so blank sometimes, and her responses and her motives don't make sense. Like, why in the fuck she want to be the queen pin, which is so cringe, by the way. I'm sorry, I really don't like that. Since I get she's a villain slash anti-hero type of thing, but we don't have enough time with her to flesh that out at all. We're too focused on doing the ancestry storyline that it just doesn't make sense. Like, I get that she doesn't like Kingpin because, you know, she obviously killed her dad, but it doesn't make sense that she just wants to take over. I know that's what she's been taught. It doesn't make sense for her to actually want that after everything that happens. You know what I mean? Going back to that not being her original power, I'm not a big fan of her in the comic books. I don't read much of them. When the director says that her powers would be so boring to put into live action, then don't fucking do the character. If you really think their powers are that boring, you shouldn't be directing this character or writing this character. It doesn't make sense. Why? It really irks me when people say that. Don't do the character if you think it's gonna be shit. Like, you did this with Kamala Khan. I still don't like her new set of powers. I like it better with her stretchy powers. I know they're trying to differentiate between Mr. Fantastic and her, but there's so many differences between both of them. It would still make sense. I don't know. MCU really bothers me with shit like this. I hate when they do this. Like, be proud of the characters you're putting on here. Don't change them because you want to and think it's gonna cause people not be interested. Just do it. So Kingpin in this show makes no sense to me. He seems angry about what Maya did. I know he's trying to still connect with the only family he has. The way he goes about doing this is such a messy chronological order that it doesn't make sense. Why in the fuck was there a contact for both of them to do their own language and understand each other? Kingpin, I felt like if he really loved her that much, would honestly study sign language a little bit more. It's not like he doesn't have the resources to do that anyway. But, I mean, I get that it might mean that he's kind of like showing a little bit more of his character, that he doesn't care. But do it in a better way. Because to me, when you're getting rid of the one thing that made all the conversations engaging and very, very real, and you replace it with some stupid tech fucking plot armor bullshit, and she doesn't even use it for other people. I'm like, how inconsiderate is that, bro? Like, and then you throw it away for no reason when that could actually help you. I know that I said that's gonna ruin the whole point of the conversations, but if you're gonna do it, go full out. Don't just waste it away immediately for no reason, because it only lasts like literally 2 or 3 scenes. It's really stupid. I don't know. And the final, holy fuck, I hated the final so much. It was another rushed bullshit final from Marvel. Stop doing, like, how do they drag shit and then rush it at the end? It reminds me so much of Titans, it's not even fucking funny. The way to defeat Kingpin is fucking laughable. Like, they really use the power of their ancestors to basically put him back in his childhood home, and he runs. Literally, that whole final fight was probably 3 fucking minutes long. I'm not joking. That's how long it was. And her suit is shit. I just do her comic book suit. It is not hard to do. So why can't Marvel just, oh my god, it hurts me sometimes because I'm like, yeah, these are the guys who are going to be doing the new Daredevil show. And it kind of scares me because we can't have this in this new show. We can't. We simply can't, bro. Marvel's been taking an L streak for a minute now. Why do they have to do so many short episodes? Just have them longer. 5 episodes is not enough to explain what is going on throughout the whole series. And if you do it, it's spent on other things. It's not to explain what the fuck is going on. None of it comes together cohesively. The ending was not satisfying. It did not felt earned. Maya did not feel like she's earned everybody's respect back again after being such a terrible person to them. That's really all of my thoughts on this show. Just a very mixed bag with some really great elements, but it is so missed behind the Disney writing and the editing. The editing in this show is really jarring. I don't know how to describe it. It cuts from this to this to this to this to this. Let's take our minute on this to this to this to this. That's exactly how the editing goes in this show. I'm not trying to rip fully on the show because, again, the things I really loved about this show, I really love. I really want to see more stuff like this from the MCU, just done better. I think it's a good start, if I'm being honest, but you got to learn from these mistakes or else it's going to turn out like another failed Marvel project. So if I had to rank this, I want to give Echo a 6 out of 10, maybe 7, because it has room for growth. If they decide to do another season, I don't think they will. Let me know if you guys want me to cover anything else, because I just had a lot of thoughts about the show, and I know a lot of people have thoughts about the show. Comment down below if you loved it or you hated. Just let me know and give me your reasons why you loved it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.